Hey, it's Eli aka Atlas, and today's video is going to be a special video, and I'm not even using a script or anything today because this is actually a redo of a previous older video that I already have. It's my art supply of Atlas. This is going to be a redo of the very first part where I show off my comic supplies and the stuff I usually do for sequentials and pinups and things like that. This video was requested by one Gucci Gutter, and he really likes my first video, but had the idea that I could probably remake it even better. So I figured, why not give me more content? So first things first, my go-to item is of course a piece of paper, upon which all else starts. The particular brand of paper I use is by Blue Line Pro. This is their Blue Line art paper. It is the Pro Comic Artboard variety. Hopefully you can see that okay. And it's a little bit thicker than their regular starter kind of comic boards. It's got a lot more technical stuff on it. Let me see if I can show you guys clearly. For example, right here it says copy. This is probably the line where typically all of your lettering goes inside of this line. And the line runs down the entire page. As you can see here, there's also a trim line. I believe that's where, if you have a page of two sequences lined up actually, physically, the piece of the board would curve into the binding like that right there. So the copy line is where all your lettering goes, and all the art will basically be seen up to the trim line if it was actually physically printed. And they have this on all four corners of the paper. Copy trim, it's on the bottom as well. And I really like this paper. A lot of companies make this kind of paper too. They have some from Canson, I think. Faber-Castell might have one. But this is the brand I've been using for years. And it works pretty well. I'll probably try something else at some point. But so far, this is the one that I know the pricing. I can always get it in bulk. I usually order it in packs of 100. Occasionally I'll do, 200. And the price is okay. It's probably like somewhere around 40 to 50 bucks or something. They always change it a little bit on their website, but it's pretty affordable, especially considering you can get so much of it. And as you can see, this piece of paper is already very crowded. I have me drawing this particular one of the pages from this series in my gallery, so I'll probably link that somewhere at the top of the screen for you guys to check out. And now I will introduce the tools that I use to make these kinds of pages, starting with the pencil you see in most of my videos, that being a basic, I don't know how I can get you guys to see it. Well, the brand is Basic, B-A-Z-I-C, Basic. It's a SPRI brush, spray I suppose they pronounce it. It's a 0.5 lead, which I always refill with, also by Basic Ceramics high quality leads. You can find these probably at a 99-cent store. It's really nothing special, but I really like the softness of the lead. I always draw very light whenever I go in, and the tip is very tiny. I don't know if you guys can see it. There it is. The tip is very small. I used to do sketches with a 7, which I don't have with me, but I work with a lot of different clients now, and everybody wants something kind of different, so I can't commit to drawing lines as darkly as I used to. So I just do a 5 with the Basic pen and just do a lot of my sketches with that. So if I need to make changes, the page won't get actually too dark. That's one way I do it. And right beside that is my trusty Prismacolor Kohli Erase pencil. Let's see if I can show it. Yes. Prismacolor Kohli Erase pencil. non-photo blue. It says copy not NP blue right at the top. You can see by the tag it's a little worn, but it actually is a brand new pencil, but that wiped out. I buy these in bulk as well. You can get them from Dick Blick. That's where I usually get these. And the eraser on here is amazing. It can erase it erases very well. I used to really like the gum erasers. I still have the kneaded erasers, but this actually in most cases erases better. And not only erases color pencils like this one, it can erase ceramic lead pencils like this. It can even erase really dark lines I do with the 7 or the 9, which I have yet to introduce. It can't even, I mean, sometimes it even goes on ink. It's a pretty amazing eraser. Let me see if I can show you an example. Right here, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but there are blue lines all over this character's face, because that is where I use the Kohli erase to actually lay down the foundation of the character. I do all the sketching and stuff. I put the shape of the head in, put the planes of the face, everything. Even the hands, I'll draw the hands, do all my gesture drawing, and then I'll just draw over that with the basic pencil, and then I'll go over those with my inks, which I have yet to introduce as well. Before we move on to that, let me show you a few more tools that I'm really fond of. This is also a basic pencil. It is a basic Spencer. It's a 0.9 millimeter, and I fill those up with a different kind of ink, which I suppose I didn't bring with me. I don't have it at my desk here. But it also comes in a container a bit like these ones, but the leads are very thick. And if I decide to leave a sketch in pencil, I'll probably combine my 7 lead with this one. You can see how thick it is here. And this is pretty good. It does very smooth shading for the times I need to do, you know, pencil works like these. You'll probably recognize some of these drawings. You know, you can find them in my galleries around the internet. You can find them, I do videos on some of these as well. And now we're moving on. Here's another piece of equipment that is essential for drawing: an eraser. This is a kneaded eraser. You can get these from anywhere, really. The company that makes these is probably Staedtler. They have, I think this was the Staedtler one, but I also buy these in bulk. I get most of my supplies at Dick Blick, since they, you know, they ship really quick. The prices are a little expensive, but they, you know, I can rely on it. So this is a kneaded eraser. It's got a bunch of wear on it, so it's really dark. They usually come a lot lighter than this. They usually come around the gray, kind of like shade of somewhere. It's almost like a darker version of this white, but I've used this a whole bunch. These erasers are really good, sometimes too good. They don't just erase, you know, the pencil lines. A lot of the time they can go over the ink, so you have to be pretty gentle with these. Don't scrub your page, you know. A lot of the time I'll just end up using this, the Kohli erase, to erase things, combined with the Staedtler kneaded eraser. So this one's more for precision, and this one's for basically getting rid of a whole sketch or something. And along with that, gotta have a matching pencil sharpener for my Kohli erase pencil. And it doesn't have to be matching, but this is what I've had for years. The thing about pencil sharpeners is they always sharpen. It's not like technology. You don't even need to replace this, really. So this is just a old pencil sharpener. Get it at the 99-cent store, wherever you get your art supplies from. And here, I don't know, like, This is from, I guess the company is Mapped. Let me zoom in for you guys. I guess it's mapped, something like that. But this is a compass. And as you can see, it's a 2HB lead, very basic. It's kind of all smashed up actually, so I can't see what company this is. Looks like it says Caliber. It's a pretty good pencil. Didn't want to use a mechanical pencil for a thing like this because those leads are pretty thin usually. But this is a 2HB lead, a very old school, old-fashioned pencil. It holds really well in here. I never have any issues with it sliding out or anything like that. So this is it. It opens pretty far. And when I'm doing circles and panels and things like that, I can usually just, you know, go and put circles in with no problem most of the time. I'm not very good at holding compasses, so a lot of the time I'll have to go over the same area once or twice. But that's just me. There's nothing wrong with the compass. It's a great compass. You can also probably just find these at a 99-cent store or your local art supply shop. After that, we have this. This is a, I guess they call it a protractor. I really haven't checked on the names of this. Some of this gear, a lot of this gear is really, really old. So I haven't needed to change it or even buy new ones or anything like that, but I'm sure this is a protractor. And it's basic, you know. It's a half circle. I do some effects, some panels, things like that with it sometimes. It's old, it's dirty. The line around here is pretty dirty. I don't know if you guys can see. Right there. You can draw inside of it, the outside of it. I even use these circles and shapes right in the middle. And that works too. Also very easy to find. Occasionally I'll use stencils like these. This one's from Staedtler, as you can see, to do different circles. If those ones aren't, if I can't get a good circle with the protractor or something, a lot of the time it's easier to just use a stencil. Right now I'm using French curves and for the project I'm working on. So I'm going to be excited to show you guys that when it comes out, what I can do with those. They look very cool. Let me get another. Here we have a ruler. This one is about 24 feet. 24 feet. And I have another one downstairs. It's a little bit shorter. It's probably about 17 inches. Continental Art Supplies, but they sell, all kinds of companies sell just a really long steel ruler. This one has like a foam at the back, which is better than the one I have downstairs, which has almost like cardboard, which is peeling. This one's foam, so that's very useful. It's raised as well, so that way it gives you a bit of height when you're doing your drawing, which is helpful for a variety of things. And then, a very important tool, one of my favorite tools, quite possibly my favorite tool. It's the Uniball Signo Broad White Pigment Ink Gel Pen. Let me see if you guys can see this. Uniball Signo Broad Pigment White. Mitsubishi Pencil Company, so it's Japan, made in Japan it says. And this does everything you could possibly want a white pen to do. It's almost like using a black ink pen, but with white. I don't really have any problem with this. I used to use a different brand of ink pen, but those would always jam. So I ended up switching to these, the Mitsubishi Signos. And you can get some really cool effects with it. For example, like this guy's jacket sleeve. If you've seen my tutorial on how I draw fabrics and leathers and materials, you can probably see that I did draw the lines where the white parts go, but over those I accented those I did feathering with these white pens, and I buy these in bulk too, like with everything. I have a bunch of these, a box of these. I'll probably need to order some more though, because I use a lot of white ink. I also use it on this girl's scarf here, and I use it on hair a lot, so you can see it on her hair right here. Just the slashes going across it. And now, everybody's favorite part. Before I leave this page, I should say that these blue line art pages are 11 by 17, which is comic industry standard. So it's much bigger than your average piece of, copy paper, which is only about this big in comparison. Let's see if I can get a size up. So this is the size of the copy paper. You can see the actual page goes on like a bunch of inches past it. Regular copy paper is a standard 11 inches, but the blue line art, the 11 by 17, is 17 long and about 11 wide. So it's much bigger than copy paper. If you guys want to start doing comics, you should probably look into those if you're not already using them. I think everybody is by now though. I think I was late to jump on it. That was years ago, back in like 2008.